So this is welcome to Michael's After Hours. This is
Episode 6.
season 1, episode 6.
What are the
how was
seasons that you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. That's how everything's usually labeled. Season 1, episode whatever. So I guess we're not going with season 1. Well, maybe we will go with season 1. Maybe I don't want to fucking do it every fucking Tuesday. I didn't want to do it
Yeah.
last Tuesday. I know that's
No,
for
you
damn
did not.
sure. Kyle texts me. He's like, "Don't forget we're doing the podcast today." I'm like, "Well, dude, that's a hard fucking pass for me today." So last week was a little bit of a different week for me, and I was fucking exhausted all week. It was long and it was rough. So I was quite happy to just pass for the week. Plus, I guess you talked to Abby, and you and Abby did one.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go?
Better than I thought it was going to. I thought maybe she was going to be like a little like awkward about it. And I tried telling her, I'm like, don't really think anything about it. I'm like, don't try and talk to anybody else. Just talk to me.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of clicked. And so she was, did you watch it or no?
No. You know what's funny is
did
since we've been doing this, I haven't watched an entire podcast yet.
I think I did like the first one, most of the second one. And then since then, I don't really.
Really?
I kind of skipped through them a little bit. Yeah.
Well, you know who watches them all the time? I'm going to give a shout out to Addison and Michelle because they are fucking hardcore. Like, they're asking me every week, when's the new episode coming out? When's the new episode coming out? So, like, we definitely have two fans, dude. And even that's kind of funny, but it's a cool feeling. It's nice that they enjoy us doing our stupid banter and bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
So,
tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That's true. Maybe I'll just tell her, like, hey, you need to pass this on a little bit. So
I tried making like a Facebook page, but I don't know. Facebook is so weird because it's with Instagram too, so you have to like connect the accounts. I don't know.
God.
It's a total pain in the ass. So
Right.
I honestly might just like share it on like my own personal account.
Oh, gotcha. I think I've
Just
seen
like,
you share a couple of them before.
probably like when I post them on Instagram, because I have 2 different Instagram accounts, but
Mhm.
one of them is linked to my Facebook. So when I put it on my story, it shows up on my Facebook story.
Right. See, I think
So
that somehow I have an Instagram that I don't use.
yeah.
But every time I think I post something on Facebook, it shows up on the Instagram. So I don't know, but I'm glad to hear everything went well with you and Abby last week, even after, it's funny because this whole thing was supposed to be starting a few days earlier, but then her and Kyle had a little bit of a sibling beef, went on for like 2-3 days, and then they came around and it was fine. It kind of like a typical bullshit,
Yeah.
F you, F you, F you, F you, F you. And then they don't talk for 3 days and then they're best friends again. That's usually the way it happens.
Yeah.
So,
You'll have that maybe
I
like,
think
I don't know.
she said she had fun.
It was fun. You'll have to go watch it. If you just watch like the first like 15 seconds of it, you'll kind of get the gist of how the entire thing went.
Oh,
You ever
really?
heard of Yeah, like she started singing some theme song to like Dinosaur Train. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
What is a dinosaur train?
I don't know. I think it's a TV show.
Oh. All right. Well,
Yeah.
fair
I have
enough.
no
Glad
idea.
it was. I can't talk. Glad it
Yeah.
went well. Or glad it was good is what I was trying to say. Was that a motorcycle outside of your apartment?
Could you hear that? Yeah.
Oh, dude, I could hear it clear as day.
We're right on like, I mean, it's not like it's Line Avenue. I mean, it's not like a main road, but it's like a pretty main road. And I've told you before, like, we're at like, so there's a light up this way.
Yep.
And like the road really continues down this way, but like right where we're at, there's like a dip. So like in the middle of the night when semis come, they always come barreling down the road at like fucking mock balls. And when they bottom out, it makes this huge crashing sound, and it always wakes me up in the middle of the night.
I don't know what happened today or what was going on. So like we went out to lunch with my mom today for a little bit, and then I had to go over to a store and buy some things. But whenever I was done, I was on my way home, I stopped in Sheetz, and I wanted to get a Slurpee. So
And
I put
the big
yeah.
Lizzie.
No, because we'd already gone to lunch. I do have to try the Big Lizzy though one of these days. So I put the lid on the Slurpee. You know how it's rounded at the top.
Yeah.
So I put the lid on the Slurpee, and I start like putting the drink in through the little hole at the top,
Oh
and
yeah.
it go to half full, and it fucking exploded. And the round lid fucking shot off, and it sounded like somebody shot a shotgun in the middle of sheets. And I
Really?
was like, holy cow, like what the hell happened? And like all of a sudden my lid was gone, and I didn't know what the fuck happened. So,
Yeah.
and like nobody's like looking at me. I'm like, this is weird because that was just odd how that whole thing happened. So I fill it now. I'm careful about how I'm refilling it, right? So I take it up to the front counter, and as I'm standing there paying for it, I hear it happen to somebody else. Boom! Like these are loud booms. This is not just a little pop. So I don't know if there was something in the CO2 thing it was providing so much pressure in that little
Yeah.
lid that it just blew the lid off it, I guess. But it happened to at least two other people after me while I was in line.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird.
This I used to work at this place, and for like the assembly guys, sometimes they would get in orders of like dry ice, because like if you put metal in dry ice, it shrinks, so it makes it easier to put like a fitting like into like a pipe or just some shit like that.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
And so sometimes they would take dry ice and they would like put like one of those like big like commercial trash cans, but they'd put dry like a bag of dry ice on the ground and then put the garbage can over it, and eventually it would build up so much pressure that it fucking boom, the fucking trash
Really?
can goes flying, and it sounds like a bomb going off.
That'd be funny to see.
It's pretty funny. I know we
That's
got
cool.
fucking all written up for it the one time.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah,
We didn't fuck around at work.
I know.
Oh my
Whatever.
God.
What were you
So,
listening to before this? I knew I heard. Did you say Quiet Riot?
yeah.
I screamed
Mental health
boom
is
and
what.
Kennedy. I
Good.
screamed boom and Kennedy texted me. What the fuck was that?
Oh, okay. Whatever. Yeah, I was listening to Quiet Riot. I wish was so badly that we could play fucking music. Like,
Just fucking. You can sing it.
nah, no, I'll pass on this.
Have at it. You don't want to.
Maybe one of these episodes, I'll sit here and I'll fucking do like several shots. By the end of the episode, I'll have like a half a bottle of tequila in me,
Maybe
and
that's
we'll
how
see
we'll
how
like
that goes.
celebrate. We'll celebrate like one of the, I don't know, like a landmark episode or something like that. We'll
Yeah,
get
there you
fucking
go.
demolished.
While we're doing the podcast, that would be funny as
Yeah,
fuck, quite frankly. Sounds
that
like
would
it
be
could be a
funny.
disaster, but
It
it's
probably could be a mess.
yeah. So okay, so where do you want to start this week? We talked about Abby. I have some
Yeah,
ideas for like Mount Rushmores. Do you have anything that you could provide
I was gonna say if
like
you have an idea,
yeah, so
start
uh,
off because I know we each
my
picked one out.
yes. So my Mount Rushmore for this particular time is going to be the Mount Rushmore of game shows. So I know I just a little while ago I told you the topic. Have you thought
Hmm.
about it at all?
Yeah. So, quick question: do you count like reality TV game shows?
No. I am
See, I
talking
I was thinking like I knew what you were thinking of, like stereotypical like game show, like Jeopardy, Price is Right, that kind of shit.
mhm.
But I was thinking like the reality TV game shows as well, just because there's a host, there's a cast, and there's a prize to be won.
If you want to, yeah. But even if you do those, they'll never make the top, my top.
Okay.
Even Survivor, because Kyle and I are in Abby and Kennedy, and a lot of us are big, huge Survivor fans. It
All right.
just
Well, I'll
it
start it
wouldn't
off,
even
and
make my top five.
I'll give you my first one then,
Okay.
because has to be one of them.
Okay.
The rest of them are your stereotypical like game
And there's a good
shows.
chance that we have a lot of the same ones,
Okay.
because some of them are just so fucking iconic
I know.
and that kind of thing. So So my first one, I went back and forth between, and I'll give you the two of them. I think the one I'm going to
So
go with,
did you rank them, or is this just in any particular order? Because I
I
didn't rank them.
I did rank them. So
Okay.
I'm going to have a consolation. So this would be number 5 for me, and that's the Newlywed Game. Now, I'm sure you have no fucking idea what the Newlywed
Never
Game
even
is.
heard of it.
Okay. So the Newlywed Game, it was a game show. It was primarily from back in the, I want to say it probably started in the 70s, maybe the late 60s, going through the 80s. And it was newlywed couples. So actually
Okay.
you and Ken Dog would have been perfect for
Would
something like this.
qualify.
Yes, because I think one of the um one of the things that had to be was you had to be married less than 6 months or less than a year or something like. I want to say it's probably less than a year.
Okay.
So what they would do is they would okay, so like the first round of questioning, all the guys would stay there and all the women would have to go to a back room, right? And they'll ask a question to the guys. Guys, what would you say is your wife's favorite ice cream? And then have to write it down on a card, and they got fucking music playing in the background. And so, and they'd ask him several of those questions. And
Okay.
whenever they would talk about having sex. They wouldn't call it sex; they'd call it whoopee. So they'd be like, yeah, they'd call it whoopee, WHOOPY. Where's the weirdest place you made whoopee? And then so they have to come up with the answer. So after you get and each question was probably worth so many points, and then the last question would be worth like bonus points or like a lot more points or something like that. And they did this a couple times back and forth. So, oh my God. It's funny because whenever I just said that's what they used to call whoopee. So I can remember one specific episode, and I've seen clips of it since. And the question was, I think that was the question, was to the guys, where's the weirdest place that you've made whoopee? So when they bring the women back in, they ask this one specific woman, where's the weirdest place you ever made whoopee? She didn't understand the question. She goes, in the butt. And everybody's like, whoa, dude, like, really? So for me, the Newlywed Game, it didn't make my top 4, but it's very, very close.
It's like an honorable mention.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
All right.
So what would be your next one after Survivor?
So since you're giving honorable mentions, I did not have Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy. Those would be like two. Those would be 2 honorable mentions. I just wasn't into them. On us, if I was gonna make this is my list. If I was gonna make like a publicity list, at least one of those has to be on. But I just wasn't that into either of them.
Fair enough. So what would be your next one then?
So this was the last one. If I had to rank them, this would probably be the number 4, just because it was the last one that I come up with. But Deal or No Deal.
I thought about that one too. That is a very good one.
Deal or No Deal. It's
so this is your consolation. Is Deal or No Deal, or is it one of your top 4?
This is one of my top 4.
Okay, so
but
you
if
have
I was
Survivor
ranking them, yeah, if I was ranking them though, this would probably be number 4, just because the other ones, I mean, you'll see, are just far better.
Okay,
but
all right,
I think my favorite part about Deal or No Deal is how you find it in like Dave and Buster's and shit like that, like at arcades, and you can actually play it.
Oh yeah. It is kind of fun.
But
I've downloaded.
It's fun to watch.
I've downloaded the app too. Yeah, it is.
And some of those things in game shows to me are weird because at some point I'm like, man, some of these people, there's no chance that you're turning down like $50,000. Like, I'd get excited if I was ever a contestant. They'd be like, your first offer is $7,000. I'm like, fuck yeah, deal. Boom.
I know it's
like, I'll take it.
Yeah, right. Then they're like, okay, well, that was anticlimactic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, their episodes have to be so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I doubt that they're gonna. Like, I wonder how. Do you think it's scripted at any point? That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Um,
Like, you get a
part of me
poor
wants to say
chick on there. She's
yes.
like a single mother of like 5.
Yeah, and she
Working
that
at.
wins. She's the one that wins like 750,000 or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, and she's turning down tens of thousands of dollars early. And I'm like, dude, you could fucking. That's not life changing money, but for some people it could be.
yeah, $10,000. I mean, that could get you somebody who's homeless. It gets them maybe
Yeah,
a cheap set of wheels or into an apartment, something like that.
right.
Yeah, it goes a long way. I don't think it's scripted, but I think they look for the best stories they can possibly find.
I was gonna say, I think part of it is probably like I have no idea how their casting process works,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess I'll go back to Survivor just because I've looked into it a little bit because I've applied. But you can't just be any normal Joe Schmo off the road that like doesn't really care. You need to be. They have to know that you're gonna play.
Yes. So I
Because
have an
if
example of that.
okay,
Um, my number one, and it's got to be your number one too. I'm just gonna skip right to it. Is The
yeah,
Price is Right?
yeah,
Like The Price is Right was just the OG of fucking game shows. Whenever you flip through, it always comes around every year during fucking like back to school and fall. And it's a little meme. It says, whenever I stayed home from school, this is what I had. It was a can of chicken soup and a blanket and an old fucking beat up couch that you were laying on. And it was a picture of The Price is Right with Bob Barker.
yeah.
It's like Bob Barker and The Price is Right is about as Americana as you can get. You know what I'm saying?
The price is wrong, bitch.
That's funny. So one time years ago, I was on The Price is Right. I'm sure you know this.
Yeah, I remember because we had that
My
in
name tag.
the dining room had your name tag in the
Yep.
desk drawer or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. So I went out to visit my sister who was living in Phoenix at the time. And she's like, "Oh, we should take a ride to LA." And of course we're going to LA. What's the first thing that I say? I want to be on The Price is Right. So do you know the process for that bullshit?
I have no idea.
Dude, you got to be there. So they don't tape the thing till like 3 or 4 in the afternoon,
You probably
but
have to
you
be
got
there
to
at
be
like
there at like
6 a.m.
5 a.m.
Oh,
and you wait in line and you wait in line and you wait in line. Like it was, that part of it sucked.
yeah,
But they do many interviews with everybody, and that's how they pick their contestants. They're not picking random contestants out of a hat.
right.
They're going to pick contestants that, whenever they do the short little interview with, they're, ooh, 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 ooh. So I got the ball game on in the background, and
Oh
Junior
yeah.
Caminero just took one like up towards the head.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, it might have been off his wrist, but it was right at his face.
Ryan O'Hearn had one like that the other day because he got drilled 3
Did you
times.
see him get pissed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the third one because it was up close to the head. But
Yeah.
go ahead. I don't want to get too off track.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, like they do these mini interviews, and you got to go and show them your enthusiasm and tell a story. If you're like blah 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 blah, then you don't get picked. I mean, they want people
Right. Yeah.
who are gonna jump up and down and run all around to come on down versus somebody who's just gonna get up and just kind of fucking like
Meander their way down there.
yeah, exactly right. So it's
Like
funny
all these
because
people always had the same reaction. Like they stand up, yeah, and they're like just jumping, and then they fucking sprint down.
yeah. So what I can remember, the one thing that you always did as a kid. So do you remember that? Or the one thing that you liked as a kid was the game on The Price is Right, where the mountain climber rode up the
Mm-hmm.
fucking thing,
I
and you
can't
had
remember what it was called. I
it's
could
called
never
Mountain
remember.
Climber. It's called
Oh,
Mountain
is that it?
Climber. Yep.
I
And
thought there was like a different name for it, but
you had to guess the price of an item, and for every dollar you were off, he moved, whatever, that many steps up the mountain. So if
yeah,
you missed it by more than too many dollars, the 3 items, the guy fell off the end. And Kyle was always like, that was always your favorite part, is you'd hear him like yodel his way off the thing whenever he falls. And I told that story. That's what I told him for my interview. Now, obviously, I didn't get picked, but it was still a cool experience.
And I could just be making this up, but I have like a vague memory, and I always swore that this was like completely true. Is like, because you can see like the crowd and everybody that was like sitting in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I swore that I could always remember seeing like, not you, but I knew that you were there because I could always see your shoes.
Yeah.
I
So
remember watching the episode.
it was me and Mandy, and we did make a point to watch the episode together. And like, there were a couple times where you could like just barely make us out in the back of the crowd.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I think there was a dude that I went to high school with that won the whole Showcase Showdown or something like that one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do
Wow.
remember hearing something about that. It was right around then, I think. So,
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, I mean, clearly that's my number one.
Yeah,
So
that
when
was
you
the first one that I come up with too.
so what would be your then, whatever between Survivor and Deal or No Deal? Is Survivor your
My
number one?
if it yes.
If
Yeah,
you were
just
if you were ranking them.
if I was ranking them, yes. Now,
All right.
if it didn't count as like if we were just doing your stereotypical game shows, like reality TV game shows didn't count,
Mhm.
then no, the Price is Right would be number one.
Gotcha. All right.
But for this purpose, yes, Survivor's number one. If I had to rank them, Survivor would be number one. Price is Right would be two, and then my last one, because I already said Deal or No Deal would be four, is Family Feud.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I love Family Feud.
Yeah. Yeah, Family Feud is a good one. That's one that's been around also a long time. Family Feud has a weird history with their um their host. Do you know anything about that?
I
Them
don't think
committing
so. The only
suicide?
one,
So the
oh
first one was
no,
Richard Dawson. He was the first ever host of Family Feud. After so long, committed suicide. The second host of Family Feud was Ray Combs. I think it's Combs, Combs, if I'm not sure. Same thing.
okay,
He went on for so long and committed suicide. If
that's
I'm not
weird.
mistaken, ain't that weird?
We need to petition to save Steve Harvey.
Yeah, no, yeah, right? It's almost like,
For the longest time, I never knew how old the show was. I always thought that like it was just when Steve Harvey did it, that was the show.
oh no. No,
Like I was too old when I figured that out.
yeah, it went back a long time. Again, that's something I think probably started in the late 70s. So just to
And
kind of
I
get
don't
through
know.
this, good.
I was just gonna say I don't know about these other guys, but he has to be the best host out of the ones that have done it. I can't remember the names that you
Steve
said.
Harvey
Yeah,
is good. You think is the best host of
the Family Feud.
Family Feud. All right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you'd have to go back and watch him. He is pretty funny though.
Right, and I think that's I don't know how those other guys were, but he's so interactive.
Richard Dawson was kind of creepy because he would fucking kiss everybody. And Ray Combs, I thought he was kind of like normal, and he was kind of like a funny guy. That's why I was kind of really surprised to hear about what happened with him. But yeah, those are good ones for sure. So I'll get through the
So
rest
what's
of
your
my
last
list.
one?
So I actually have, so Price is Right would be one for me. Jeopardy would be two.
I knew you
Alex,
were gonna have Jeopardy.
yeah, Alex Trebek's he's one of the all-time greats. Same with Wheel of Fortune would be three for me. And what was the guy's name that Pat Sajak? I couldn't think of what his name is. There's really nothing that you have. I mean, whenever you say Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, everybody understands what they are. So I don't really have to go into it. So the last one I didn't mention was the dating game. Have you ever seen the dating game?
No.
Okay.
Is this different from the wedding game that you were just talking about?
The newlywed game.
Yeah.
Yes, it's different. So the dating game which again started, I want to say, maybe late 60s into the 70s. It could be in the 70s, I'm not sure. Was hosted by a gentleman by the name of Chuck Barris. Now, there's a funny story about Chuck Barris. It's not really funny. So I was singing the Newlywed Game, that the whole thing. So
Yeah.
what happens in the Newlywed Game is they get a single person, man or woman. They come on and they have a seat, and there's a host, and Chuck would come up to him and go, "Tell me a little bit about yourself, whatever your name is." It'd start by like, "Let's meet Candy. Candy's 33 years old from McKeesport, Pennsylvania. She works in the local strip bars making, whatever." So she come on and she goes, "Hi, I'm Candy, yada, yada, yada." So then they're like, "Okay, well, let us introduce you to," now they'll have three guys on the backside of a partition that she cannot see.
Okay.
It would be bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, bachelor number 3. And they'd ask stupid questions, and she'd be like, and the person might be like, "Okay, bachelor number 1, if I was chocolate ice cream, how would you lick me?" Like that, you know what I'm saying? And it was very 70s-ish. Like, they would have these big
Yeah.
leisure suits on, these big wide collars and shit. Another great game. It was fun. It's old school. With the way that things, how, with how things have changed since then, it's pretty funny to watch and see. So, yeah. So it was always, that one was always one of my favorites. So Chuck Barris, there's some kind of a, like a thing that there's a belief that Chuck Barris, I believe he created the game show too, worked for the CIA. He was a CIA assassin and killed 33 people.
Jesus. I never even heard of the guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's the original host. I mean, he's pretty old. He's probably dead
Yeah.
by now. Yeah, but yeah, there was a story going around, and I think it might be false, but I always loved listening to that. That
Yeah.
like he was a CIA assassin, but this thing that he did with the dating game was kind of like a farce, a cover up for him, for basically. So,
Yeah.
all right, well, that
Awesome.
was cool.
So
Game
the
shows,
Mount Rushmore, and did you see the topic that I was able to send you? The
guitar
guitar
solos.
solos.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That's a fun one. And I'm going to because I come up with part of the list, but the other ones I'm just going to kind of do like off the head, just pull.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because I
probably
started
the
like
two
shuffling through some music, and I'm like, oh, I like this one. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I like this one. And I'm like, all right.
It's funny is I taught you your music prowess, so I think I
Yeah.
know probably at least two of them that
You
you're going.
definitely know one of them. I'm trying to pick ones that you might not know.
Okay.
And actually, as we're speaking, I just came up with a third. So while we're going, I'm going to come up with my fourth. So
I still
let's
only have
get
2 at the moment.
let's get the obvious one out. We both have money for nothing.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
the best one of all time. I fucking love that one.
I know you do. I love it too. Like I'll be driving around on a sunny day, dude, and the second that comes on the radio, it
You get the
automatically goes up.
Yeah, like you get the heavy foot when you're listening to that song.
Yep. Yeah.
Like that one's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. The other obvious one for me is Eruption. I mean, Van Halen has to be in there somewhere.
I
That's
didn't
the most.
put it.
It's not the most pleasing sounding guitar solos, but
Yeah.
the length and the sheer talent with it, I would say, still has to be the best no matter what.
Yeah, I didn't put Eruption just because there has to be a better sounding guitar solo in just a different song than Eruption. It's iconic because it's just like a minute-long song of Eddie just grinding.
Look at that again.
It's pretty short.
No, it's get the long version of it.
I think I only have the short version.
How long is Eruption?
The duration of volcanic eruptions varies widely, influenced by factors such as magma composition, the structure of the volcano, and external conditions. Eruptions can last anywhere from hours to days, with longer eruptions being associated with more felsic volcanoes. This answer is from
So,
battlebots.com
oh,
and Wikipedia.
She's not done. Hey,
that's
Siri.
a TikTok clip.
How
The
long
one that I
is
have
the
is a minute
song
42.
Eruption? Yes.
Sorry, fucker.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna. She's a bitch. Goddamn Siri.
So you have Money for Nothing and Eruption.
Yeah.
Okay. So my second one is Freebird. That's like a fucking 8-minute song, and like halfway through, I don't really know the members of Freebird, but that dude just goes, "All right, let me cook," and then fucking goes off for like 4 minutes straight. That song
the members
is
of who?
sick.
The members
Leonard
of
Skinner.
Yeah, okay. You said I don't know the members of Freebird.
Oh, the members of Freebird.
I was thinking of Sweet Child of Mine. The beginning of it is very good.
Oh yeah.
Freebird's good though too.
Oh, I didn't even think of anything.
I know
Guns
there's
N'
so
Roses.
many. Like somebody's
There's
gonna
like
get
too many.
Yeah, somebody's gonna.
Yeah, somebody is
but
gonna
there's
get snubbed.
Right, and I'm almost afraid that I'm not gonna be able to come up with a fourth one because there's so many.
Really?
Yeah,
I just love the Freebird one because that one of all of them gives me the heaviest foot whenever I'm fucking driving.
really.
Dude, I was jamming to that whenever it was on 4th of July, and we fucking got in the car, and you know that fucking road from Elwood to Zelienople, whenever you're
yeah.
passing the farms, and it's just a dead straightaway, and I'm just like, I fucking gunned it, dude.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So, what would be my last one? Now, clearly, I'm not putting any serious thought into this. We're coming up with these kind of last minute.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's like the third one that I just thought about just a couple minutes ago was Lay It Down by Rat.
You asshole, because I was just about to say something from Rat, like Lay It Down.
Really?
Yeah.
That one's sick. Like the intro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's not very long, but it's awesome sounding. And
yeah.
I feel like Rat doesn't get enough appreciation.
No, they don't.
That song in specific.
Yeah.
Like it's
I've become much
sick.
more of a Rat fan, just oddly enough over the last like maybe 5 years. And I think a lot of it has to do with the popularity of Motley Crue coming back in, they were in the Dirt, the movie The Dirt and that kind of thing. And that thing's been out now for 10 years or something like that.
Probably close to it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of bands probably gained a little bit of popularity from that, because it was them and Rat and, some other ones, Poison, all playing in the same places around the same times.
So I just big brained my fourth one because you were just talking about how like older bands are gaining a bunch of popularity recently. And with the Michael Jackson movie that just came out, like if you go and look at the charts, Michael Jackson is all over the top of the charts, which is cool to see whenever old music goes up there. But there you go. I'll take Eddie Van Halen in Beat It.
Yeah.
Whenever he started shredding towards like the back half. That one's sick.
The story behind that is he didn't get paid for it. Did you know that?
I don't think so.
He did it for sheer
Maybe
notoriety.
vaguely.
So I saw an interview with Eddie Van Halen one time, and he was basically like, at that time, the band had a policy that you didn't do anything else without the band. Like without the band's permission. So everybody had to be in agreement with if somebody wanted to do something. He said that at the time it came up, that everybody was gone. There was nobody around for him to ask.
Yeah.
So, and he basically goes, fuck it. And he goes, I'm going to do this Black Kids album anyway. Which is funny because they had a certain arrangement. And I think Eddie Van Halen, although a genius, I think he was a bit of a narcissist. He goes into Michael Jackson's song and he changes it on his own
Oh, really?
without telling anybody. Now,
What did he
luckily,
change?
I guess whatever that that ensemble was for the guitar solo, he
Yeah.
changed it around. He changed the guitar solo for obvious reasons. I mean, the guy's a guitar genius.
Yeah.
So Van Halen's my all-time absolute 110% favorite band, hands down, because of Eddie Van Halen. And I love the way that, now we're going to get into something else just real quick. Just how I love the way that I watched them evolve as a band throughout the years, even going from David Lee Roth to Sammy Hagar, how the band adjusted in each time I thought was genius. Everything that they did matched their singer perfectly. I always go down to saying David Lee Roth was probably one of the best frontmen ever in any band, hands down. But I think Sammy might be, in my personal opinion, I think Sammy might be a little bit of a better singer. But he was cool as a frontman too. I can remember me and Kenny one time went to go see, it was just Sammy, and they played all kind of cool
Oh, really?
Van Halen stuff. Yeah.
I always like David Lee Roth more. I don't know
I know you
I
do.
don't know why, but I think I like his singing better. I think
Really?
they probably have more hits with Sammy Hagar, but
I
you
don't
don't
know.
think?
I don't know, because there's a ton of them with both of
Yeah.
them.
I think though that they probably have more overall hits and albums with Sammy Hagar.
All right.
But I just loved watching like old clips of like David Lee Roth. Like
Yeah, touching his toes off the drum risers, and
yeah.
that's a
For
front man.
for pure entertainer purposes, he was the best.
Yeah, like the spandex, and he'd wear no shirt, and he got fucking chest hair just everywhere.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That dude's like, even to this day, he's fucking crazy.
He is nuts. He's a
And
certified EMT. He worked in New York City as an EMT. Could you imagine, like, let's say you fell and you fucking twist your ankle and you need a fucking ambulance, and David Lee Roth pulls up in a fucking ambulance? Dude, I could die.
Did you see
everything in my life at that point had happened? So
Did you see the
I could die
TikTok that I sent you
peacefully.
the other day? Did you see the TikTok that I sent you the other day? It was like, you're having a medical emergency and David Lee Roth's your roommate.
Yes.
He just busts down the door. He's like, "Hey man, you don't look so good."
Yeah, he's funny as hell. So all right, guitar solos. That was cool.
So what was your full list? I had Money for Nothing, Free Bird, Beat It, and Lay It Down.
I'm gonna go with the Lay It Down as well. I think it's. Is it Paradise City or Sweet Child of Mine?
Oh, Sweet Child of Mine.
There you
said
go.
you like the
Yeah,
beginning of that one.
yeah. I just couldn't remember which song it was. Eruption and Dire
Oh,
Straits.
that's right. I forgot about Eruption.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you want to do what else do you have in mind?
So, this actually kind of, because we were talking a little bit ago about The Price is Right, and you mentioned how you always see the memes about like you were like a child and like The Price is Right was on, you're on this like beat up couch with a blanket and like chicken noodle soup or whatever.
Yeah, the Campbell soup.
Dude, do you ever get nostalgia?
Oh yeah, all the time.
What do you obviously you know what nostalgia is, but like, do you like nostalgia?
Yes,
Or
love
no?
it. I love it.
It fucking hurts, dude. Like, I get super nostalgic about a lot of shit, and it like sometimes gets to a point where like if I'm like laying in bed and it's like 1:00 in the morning and I'm watching nostalgia videos on TikTok, like I could fucking cry. Like
Yeah,
sometimes it
you
gets to a
think about
point where it
things
sucks.
Yeah, you think about how things used to be, and you're like, man,
Yeah.
it was so much easier and it was so much funner, and like for me, it's a lot different because something nostalgic for me, like, think about, there were no phones, computers for me
Yeah, right.
growing up.
Nostalgia for you. I mean, if you're thinking about 10 years old, that's 40 years ago.
Yeah.
If you're
It's
thinking like
weird.
elementary school days, like that's 45 years ago.
Yeah. It's it's interesting because, like, I think back to some of that shit, and I'll see TikToks
Yeah.
of nostalgia. What was on TV on January 3rd, 1986? The Friday night
Mhm.
lineup started with Dallas at 8 o'clock and Knots Landing at 9, followed by, uh, I don't know, Different Strokes, and then the Dukes
Yeah.
of Hazzard. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh man, I could go for watching the Dukes of Hazzard. Would
Yeah.
always go for watching the Dukes of Hazzard. But it's funny
So,
because nostalgia, like, I could walk outside and smell something, and it could, like, nostalgia is all senses for me, I feel like.
yeah. See, it's weird cuz I live right next to like the house that I grew up in. So like if I go on a walk and I'm only a block away, I'm like, "Damn." And I kind of stand there and I look around a little bit. I'm like, "Damn. I fell off my bike right here and I scraped the shit out of my knees." And then I'm walking like up the alley like where I used to walk up to like North Side where
Mhm.
like I went to elementary school, and I'm standing outside the school and I'm like, "Damn, I can only now vaguely remember what it looks like in there, and it probably looks nothing like what it did."
Yeah, it's probably been done over and
Like
everything
it had
else.
like old school like orange tiles all over the floors and shit.
Mhm. Yeah.
What were some like what were like the like popular like toys whenever you were
Transformers were huge.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Transformers. Then there were fucking rip-off Transformers that were called GoBots.
Those are the Temu Transformers.
Yes, so GoBots, exactly, were the Temu Transformers. And it seems like I always fucking got GoBots too. Never got fucking I never got Transformers. I did, but on, like, only on a special occasion. You know, I got busted. I was little. I got busted stealing one out of like the fucking local department store. My mom found it whenever we got in the car.
A
And dude, I must
Transformer?
have been like 5, 6, 7 years old, something like that. And she's like, "We're going right back in there, and you're fucking marching in. You're giving it right back to him, and you're apologizing." Oh, dude, and she grabbed me by my hair, and I had to fucking walk back in that place. Yeah.
Fucking
So
GoBots.
Transformers and GoBots. Um, those were the first toys I can really remember. Cabbage Patch dolls were gigantic. So, do you know what
Yeah.
a Cabbage Patch doll is?
Mhm.
So when they first come out, dude, they came out, if I'm not mistaken, over Christmas, and it was a fucking disaster. I don't know why these things grew with such the popularity that they did, but I mean, motherfuckers would fight each other inside of like a Walmart over these Cabbage Patch dolls. So that one brings back a lot of memories too. What about for you for a toy?
The first one that comes to mind, because I also started getting into like when I was probably in 3rd grade is kind of like when technology really first started to like grow as much as it was. But like leaving that aside, toys wise, do you remember Tech Decks, the little finger skateboards?
Oh yeah. I do
We had
remember
like the
those.
little finger skateboards and you just did like tricks with them,
Yeah,
but they also made like different like ramps and whatnot.
right. Yep.
Those were sick. I
I
love
remember
Tech
those.
Decks.
What were the spinner things? Do you remember
Uh
those?
Beyblades. They were like made out of
Yeah.
metal, and they like hooked onto the thing, and it was almost like a zip tie, and you pulled it real
Yes.
hard and they spun, and you had like a bowl, and they'd have to like battle each other. And
That's
just
right.
whichever one
Wouldn't they
stopped
light
spinning
up and
first.
shit too?
Some of them did have like lights around them. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
those things were pretty cool. I didn't know a ton of people that were really into those. I don't know how I got into those, but Tech Decks were huge.
Yeah, I remember both of those. What if you had to pick a cartoon?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob,
Easily.
really?
Yeah, me and Abby, of course, that was something that we were talking about last week a little bit ago was or last week for a little bit was like Nickelodeon shows.
Really?
Yeah. because I mean, it's still going on now, and it started in '99.
It's gigantic.
It's
I mean, I get
huge.
it. SpongeBob is massive.
Not as much anymore, or even throughout the last, I don't even know how many years, because kids don't watch cartoons anymore. They all watch YouTube.
Yeah.
They all watch YouTube and these streams and shit like that.
See, you don't ever remember the weeks and years of Saturday morning cartoons.
Not so much, no.
So they were gone by the time that you were born. But that was a thing, dude. Like, you got Saturday mornings were for cartoons from like 8
Yeah.
to noon. It was one cartoon after another, after another, after another. And for me, so like, I think mine would be, and it goes, I mean, some of these go back, like, they were made in the 60s, but they were still very, very popular through the 70s and 80s, like Bugs Bunny and the Flintstones. And
Yeah.
then in the 80s, the Smurfs started coming around. And then there was this fucking another ripoff of the Smurfs called the Snorks. That's the Timu of Smurfs, are the Snorks.
Okay.
It's bullshit. Snorks lived underwater.
Okay.
They were garbage. Smurfs live forever. Snorks are fucking gone. So that would be my cartoon for sure.
What about
Nostalgia's awesome. I love it.
It is awesome,
But
and
it does
love
hurt.
it.
I concur with what you're saying.
A big thing though is like holidays. Like I think of holidays, and I'm like, when you think of Christmas, you think of like Christmas spirit and like all the lights and all like shit like that and the snow. And I'm like, man, Christmas hasn't felt like it did when you were a kid. And for me, at least 15 years, probably. No, maybe not quite that long, but 10 to 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Like
get
it
it.
used to.
I can remember, Christmas mornings with my sister and her waking me up or me waking her up at like the fucking ass crack of dawn on
Yeah.
Christmas morning. Like, I think my parents had only been at bed probably like 45 minutes by the time that we're like getting up and fucking ripping shit open. And yeah, I hear you. It's nice to think about, but it definitely has a special place in your heart. Like, whenever you think
Yeah.
about it, it could make you sad or, whatever. But I love
Like
it.
when we're decorating for holidays, she always likes like the modern looking like white lights and shit like that, and I always like the bright colored like pastel looking
Me
colors.
too.
Like when I think of, because I can't necessarily think of like a 70s or 80s Christmas, but when I think of like a 2000s Christmas, everything is colored and it's
Yeah.
taken on like a blurry like shitty phone. And then same thing with Halloween. Halloween's another one. Like when we used to do like trick or treating, like it was at night, it was dark. Now trick or treat ends before it ever fucking gets
I
dark,
know.
and like there's nobody doing it. And I'm like, man, this isn't even like enjoyable anymore. Like these
Dude,
kids.
there was one time we went trick or treating, and I remember there being like 8 inches of snow, and we still fucking humped around in the middle of a snowstorm.
That's crazy.
It's
'Cause,
fun to
I
think
mean,
about.
they cancel it anymore if it's like even remotely raining at all. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
you fucking pussies.
I know.
Like
It drives you
these kids,
crazy, doesn't it?
like, yeah, I see half these kids are just walking around and they're like dickheads too. Like they're just on their phone, not paying attention, not saying thank you. And I'm like, dude, I had to say trick or treat and thank you to every fucking
time.
person. And I
Yep.
wasn't goddamn leaving or taking shit until I did.
That's right. That's the way it should be. Remember the year you dressed
Yeah.
up as Alan from The Hangover?
Yeah. That was probably my favorite one.
All right, so Ken Dog, whenever you're editing this, see if you can try and superimpose like a photo of Kyle dressed up. I can get it for you too if you need. Is him dressed up as Alan. I want to see if she can kind of put some video or still pictures edited into it. You know what I'm saying?
As long as there's no like music or anything in the background, she should be able to. But a
Okay.
picture, she should be able to, because she does like the intro and the outro at like the beginning and the end of the videos.
Well,
so there
even
should
the
be no
video,
reason.
so we're going to talk about a video here in a little bit. Maybe we can segue into this. I want
Yeah.
her to put up a video, and I'm hoping she's going to be able to. She can keep the sound off of it and just use our voice as
Mhm.
as she puts the video up. But we might as well just go into it. We'll go into some current event stuff. So, I don't know, did you see the thing with the guy in the buffalo, the
Getting
bison?
trucked.
Yeah, dude.
He got
He
thrown.
got trucked
Yeah.
real bad. So there's a guy in Yellowstone National Park happened in the last couple of days. What's today's date? This day's July 14th.
Yeah.
So again, this happened in the last couple of days. Some idiot in Yellowstone National Park decides he wants to go up and I don't know, get close to a bison or a buffalo or whatever the fuck it is. So he decides he's going to do this, and he goes, and for what I understand, he got within approximately 12 feet of it. So do we even have to ask, like, what do you think is going to happen whenever you come within like 10, 12 feet of a buffalo or a bison? Because
Those things are huge,
I
dude.
guarantee you it's nothing good.
No.
This thing,
Especially, like, I wonder if they have like babies and shit around. Like, no animal is gonna take nicely to you being around them, let alone if they have fucking kids around.
yeah, and that very well could have been, part of it. But he just got too close, and this thing got pissed off, and it started chasing him around. And in the video, it's funny because he's an older gentleman.
Mhm.
I mean, he moved pretty good for being an older guy, and this thing would not give up. Like, it would stop, but then it went right back after him again. And finally, it fucking come up under this guy, and it fucking tossed him like 10 feet in the air like he was a rag doll.
Yeah.
The power, the sheer, because that guy wasn't a small guy. I mean, he's probably, what, 200 some odd pounds by the looks of
I
it.
was gonna say he just looked like a normal dude.
And this bison just fucking tossed him off to the side. Like, it was effortless for him. If something that dangerous does something so effortless,
Yeah.
why would you fuck with it?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, would you walk within 10 feet of a tiger?
Yeah, and I'm gonna Mike Tyson the fuck out of that thing, and I'm gonna roofie it like they did on The Hangover, and I'm gonna
That's your only
tame it.
chance. That's your only chance,
You
is if you
have to
roofie
drug
it.
it. Did
That makes
you
no sense to me.
have you ever seen the one Jackass skit that they did whenever they had like the 4-person seesaw or whatever, and they had the bull running around the cage,
Yes.
and it just kept chucking them off. That thing, I don't remember who it was, but it got a hold of one of them, and it like bucked him like that bison did to that guy, and it looked like the same thing.
Those guys are
And I'm
fucking
like,
idiots. I think
oh
there's another
fuck,
Jackass movie coming out.
it's in theater. It's in theaters right now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
That's funny.
those dudes.
I've seen a Jackass where how Steve-O or something like that tied like a raw chicken to his underwear and climbed across a fucking alligator pit. Yeah, that was
I
pretty good
see.
too.
Who was it? Steve-O was on a podcast the one time talking about. Have you ever seen the one where uh he took the giant fish hook and he shoved it through his face?
Oh my God, no.
He took a huge fish hook, he fucking opened his mouth and he jammed it through. But I remember him talking about the fact that they fucked something up in the recording, or it didn't go right. So he had to do it again on the other side because he already had a hole on this side of his face.
Oh my God.
So he then had to do the same thing again on the other side and jam it through. And it
You
was
know,
like big fucking fish hook, dude.
those guys are fucking nuts. You know that he apparently like really cleaned up his act and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he used to be a bad alcoholic, and they were all on drugs and shit
I
like
was going to
that.
say they're all fucked up.
And I think I don't know if Bam Margera might be dead, but he went nuts.
Yeah.
But apparently Steve-O kind of like learned from all this. Johnny Knoxville, he kept it pretty straight laced because he knew what he wanted to do with his career.
Yeah.
And, he got into movies and shit like that. So he was always, kind of like headfast in that aspect.
Mhm.
But Steve-O necessarily wasn't. But apparently within the last, I don't know, so many years, he really kind of cleaned himself up. He might be like big into religion now and stuff like that, which, hey,
Really?
whatever works for you, man. Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's good because I know once you kind of like go down that road for some of those guys, it's really hard to come back from it.
Yeah. And it seemed like they were all at some point or another. I don't remember ever hearing anything about Johnny Knoxville, but he always seemed like he was semi-tame. Like he's talked about before that he didn't really give a shit what happened, like physically during any of these.
Mhm.
But I guess now in these movies, like doctors are like, I don't give a shit what happens to you as long as you don't get another concussion. They were like, you might fucking die if you get another concussion.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's
rough.
talked about that before. He's like, I don't give a fuck if I break my leg. He's like, but I can't do anything where I'm going to like hit my head.
Yeah.
There was a video of him doing one thing one time, and it was like he was playing like a cowboy, and the setting was like this like old like western. It was like a saloon or whatever, and one of the windows of the saloon, so the saloon wasn't like a building, it was just like a steel plate that they were holding up, and he was standing in this spot, and he wasn't supposed to move, and they were going to drop the thing, and the window goes right over top of him.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I don't remember what happened. There was like the whistle as if like, all right, cut. But the dudes that were holding up the fucking saloon never heard it, or I don't know what happened. So he started walking and they dropped it and he got crushed by it,
Oh
but
my
his
God.
head just barely popped through, and his whole body like accordioned, but his head just barely made its way through that window, or else he'd have been fucking crushed to death.
You almost wonder how some of these guys live through some of that shit.
I know. Like, it's wild.
Yeah. They did
Some of them are
fucked up shit.
hard to watch, but then some of them are
Yeah.
also hard to watch just because they're disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are real fucking disgusting, but they're
They had to
funny.
put
I remember I watched
they had to put
Steve-O
like a
get a
face mask
fucking
on.
I watched Steve-O get a fucking tattoo in the back of a dune buggy going across the desert.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, because you imagine, like, they hit a huge jump or something like that, and the needle just jams right into them. Like, that
Yeah.
has to fucking hurt so badly.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, like, the ones where they had to put, like, the gas mask on, and I don't remember what the super fat dude's name was. That wasn't
Oh.
Bam, was it?
No.
No.
That's fuck. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of what his name is though.
Oh, son of a bitch. I'll figure it out here in a little bit. But they'd put like a tube like in his ass, and he'd fucking fart into the tube, and this guy who's wearing the mask.
That's
And he
so
starts like
disgusting.
he
Throwing
starts like
up.
vomiting in the mask. Yeah.
They did
And
that
I'm
with
like,
one of the guys. They put him in a fucking. Somebody went into a fucking porta-john.
Oh
while it was
yeah,
in
they
the
rolled it
porta-john,
down
they
the
had it-
hill.
No, they had
Oh.
it attached to bungees. That was attached to like cranes.
Oh.
So they were in a fucking porta-john and they fucking like shot the thing up in the air, and the guy's inside of it with all this fucking shit going everywhere.
Oh,
Fucking
dude.
nasty.
That's fucking so disgusting.
Yeah.
Did
it's
you
gross.
did you see or hear about the chick? This completely unrelated, by the way, but she broke the world record for rowing. Like, I think it was like a canoe or a kayak or something like that. But she rowed from California to Hawaii.
No,
This
really.
was semi-recent. This was like a week or two ago, I think. I don't remember the chick's name, but she broke the record by like weeks.
How long did it
And-
take her?
So let's see. Kelsey Fendler, I think that's how you say it, made history by becoming the first American and youngest woman to do solo row from California to Hawaii. Departing from Monterey on May 21st, she rowed her 24-foot boat unassisted across the 2,400-mile Pacific.
Was somebody
arriving in
watching her? She
I
had to
think
have.
she was just documenting it. So,
Well,
arriving in Honolulu on the night of July 3rd, 2026, Fendler completed the journey in 43 days, 17 hours, and
Ooh.
55 minutes. You imagine
Dude.
being fucking alone on a boat
No.
in the middle of the ocean for that long?
No.
I don't even like
you'd probably have to have
nighttime?
a psych exam done after you're done,
that would
because I
fuck
think it would
you.
fuck you. Yeah,
No.
I think it would totally screw with you.
And you're-
That's crazy. Like, I would think if she were to do it, I think she should have had a trailer for her, just her own safety, just like a boat that went along with her. They don't have to help her.
Yeah.
But if something were to happen, then she's screwed if she's by herself.
So the previous record was 86 days. So she beat it by 43 days. Like she did it like half.
She did it in half the time, essentially. That's wild. Like, good for her. I can't imagine it. I wouldn't want to be out on the ocean
Dude,
like
think
that
about
alone.
nighttime.
By myself.
I mean, you're in the middle of the ocean.
Hold on. What?
Yep.
Okay, so you have to give me a beat, right? I'm gonna start singing the dinosaur train.
No, you're not singing the dinosaur. Throw this away
Okay.
for me, please.
Yeah.
And get me one of the sodas out of the fridge.
Yes.
I know.
She called me a
Out of the
chud last
freezer.
week.
She's called you a chud last week.
Yeah.
So I'm a chungus, you're a chud, and she's a chudlet. Chudlet.
Chudlet.
Thank you. She wanted to just come and sing her song. I told her no. All right. All right, let's get this thing fucking done because I'm fucking aching. So, what the fuck were you just talking about? Oh, the woman.
The chick that rode from California to Hawaii.
I can't possibly. Good.
The middle of the ocean in the pitch black, your eyes could be wide open. You're not going to see a fucking thing for a month. Like,
No,
that's
right.
got to be so terrifying.
Yeah, I would imagine so. There's a lot of shit out in those oceans that are much, much, much bigger and much hungrier than you are.
Yeah.
That'd be scary as fuck.
I mean,
Did you see?
You had to have seen some shit like sharks or whales. Or
Oh
whatnot.
yeah, I would imagine so. You had to have.
No thanks.
Did you see a couple weeks ago that there were people that climbed the fucking Empire State Building?
Yeah, but like to like the tippy top.
Oh, the top of it, like whatever
the fucking top of like the tower.
Yeah, like whatever antennas they have at the top. They were flying. They climbed to the top of that. How the hell is that even possible? Like, how do they?
I don't know. And I'm sitting here wondering, like, did you have permission to do that, or did you just somehow sneak
No,
up there
they
and
did.
no one had the balls to go and chase you?
Yeah, that's what it was. They don't have permission to do that because you know what the liability behind that shit is. So they were protesting something or other, which is funny because whatever they were protesting, I have no idea.
No,
And
but
I always
it's
see
just been turned
memes.
into a bunch of memes.
Yes, like where's the beef? I posted one, and something else. But apparently they got engaged. Whoever those people were.
That's what they were doing up there. Was he proposed to her?
Okay, but I thought they were protesting something also.
Probably.
And I
They
thought
were fucking. It seemed like they were weirdos.
Yeah, did you see what they were fucking wearing? Like all like the S&M fucking black leather bullshit.
Yeah,
It was weird. But those people are fucking nuts, and that place might want to check their fucking security protocol. And apparently this isn't the first time that's happened with these two. These two have been busted, if I'm not mistaken, before in the same place or other buildings or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. So
I mean, that takes balls, dude. Like no harness or anything, and you're climbing up that thing.
no fucking way.
Yeah, like
They're
hard pass.
I'd have a hard time just going to the top in like going onto the roof and just looking. You know?
Yeah, like
Let alone climbing another
you
whatever
got vertigo
it was.
going to the top of the stratosphere in Vegas.
Yeah.
And this is like, I mean, you're at the top of the Empire State Building. You'd be looking straight down at the top of the stratosphere. Like, that's wild, dude.
Right. Yeah, no thanks.
So,
let's see. What else do you have here? Oh, you go ahead.
Because, so you didn't watch, and this is really the only sports thing that I have to go into, and it's not really like I'm going to go into it at all.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't watch the UFC from this past weekend, did you?
No.
So for anyone that did, a lot of people have been so fed up with Conor McGregor in the last so many years just because he's made just an uber ridiculous amount of money that like he's in and out of the sport, just kind of doing his own thing.
Yeah, for someone who doesn't know anything about a UFC, I know who Conor McGregor is. Like,
and that's
he's that big of a name. Yeah, right.
Like, you could have never even heard of the UFC, but somehow when someone says Conor McGregor, you're like, "Oh, I definitely have heard of that before."
Yeah, right.
And
So it didn't go too well for him, did it?
no, unfortunately. This is supposed to be, like, his big return after
Do you have
snapping
a
his
Did you have a bet on him?
No, but I know I actually saw a post, 93% of all the money from that fight was on Conor McGregor over the weekend.
Really? Wow. Ooh,
93% of all the money, so Vegas made that
cleaned
fucking
up.
cha-chang.
Yeah, Vegas cleaned up.
Yeah. And I know there is probably some apps, like DraftKings was always pretty good about, I remember the Aaron Rodgers thing when he tore his Achilles, like, if you
Mhm.
had Aaron Rodgers in a bet, they, like, refunded you because it's
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah. Right.
it's so unfair.
A lot of them started to go that way, where it was as if, like, you had somebody that was taken out due to an injury. As
Yeah,
long as it happened within the first, I think they gave you up to, like, the end of the first half or something like that, which
right,
whatever,
and
because they're not gonna refund you a bet if somebody goes down injured in the fourth quarter with, like, 4 minutes left, you know? He played the
yeah.
majority of the game. But, yeah, a lot of them start doing
So
that where you could get your
yeah,
money
so
back within the first half or something like that.
if Kennedy can figure out how to insert some, like, pictures or videos or something like that, insert the clip of him throwing, like, this, like, jump spinning back kick as soon as he always did something not so crazy to open up a fight, but he always just kinda, like, wanted to make a statement. So he always just kinda, like, ran up and threw some kind of, like, a kick, maybe, like, a question mark kick or, like, a wheel kick or something like that. But this jumping kick that he threw was just a little awkward looking, and you kinda watched it in slow motion in the very beginning. You're like, "Whoa, this is something that I haven't never seen before." And then he lands with all that torque and pressure while still turning on his right, leg and just completely explodes his there's no official, like, MRI done of it yet. We just know that it's an internal right knee injury, but it's an ACL,
Mhm.
and it's just such a fucking shame because
So, yeah, it would've been fun to watch. I know that there
yeah.
was, sorry, I'm kinda I don't know what I'm watching on the All-Star game, something. Um, so who are we talking about?
Connor?
Oh, Conor McGregor, that's right. I forget where I was going with this whole thing. Oh, I guess there was a rumor going around that they think he injured it prior to the fight, and
I
he's shown videos of him jumping around and doing that leg kick just fine, just to say, "Hey, listen, I wasn't injured before the fight," which I don't
I
believe he
don't
was.
I don't think he was.
If he's so hell-bent, because whenever I first saw what happened and heard what happened, I'm like, "Oh, he's too old, he's gonna be done, this could be too long of a recovery," and the point that
Mhm.
you made to me was, "No, he says he's not done." So if he knew he had an injury, he wouldn't go into I don't think he would go into a fight knowing he had an injury, considering the fact that he
You'd
wants to continue
be
doing this.
surprised. You'd be surprised.
A
They all do it.
a a torn ACL?
Yes. Like Alex
Well,
Pereira,
that's
the
stupid.
guy that so Alex Pereira, like one of like the biggest stars in the UFC right now, the guy that I just showed you, and of course the first fight that I have you watch was him getting knocked the fuck out at heavyweight at the White
Mhm.
House card. Like he's went into fights before with like blown out knees and blown out shoulders and shit like that. They all do it, and it's so stupid.
It is really
Like
dumb, because you're
it's the dumbest thing
jeopardizing, like,
ever.
really permanently damaging something. You know, if you're gonna if you get hurt, just get it fixed and then go, rehab it and go back and go to it again. You're probably gonna be better than what you originally were.
That fight 5 years ago, whenever Conor broke his leg, he went into the fight with stress fractures right there. And the way that he stepped back on it, it turned into a stress fracture to a fucking
Yeah,
like
that's just
clean
dumb.
in half. It is stupid.
That
And that was a big issue that people had with him is like 2 years ago, he was scheduled for a fight, but he backed out due to, and they actually released the footage of this past week because like during like the buildup and whatnot, he threw a kick when he was in training camp and he broke his toe.
Mhm.
And so he backed out because of it. And people were like, oh, you fucking like pussy, you broke your toe and whatnot. And he's like, guys, I've fucking never missed weight. I've never backed out of a fight. I've always fought fucking injured. He's like, I'm getting
You're
older
damned
now.
if you
Like,
do, and you're damned if you don't.
and that's all it is
That's what
I
sports
still,
is in general.
right. There's fucking people that are just kind of shitting on him right now because of the whole thing. And I'm like,
Whatever, dude. I mean, shit happens. He's old. How old is he?
his birthday is today, I think. So if he was 37, he should be 38 now.
That's
I'm
old
pretty
for doing
sure.
some of this stuff. I mean, he's going against
Yeah.
guys that are young and nimble, and they're probably in their early 20s.
Yeah.
You know, just after a while, those things don't hold together. I mean, I know because shit's happened to me too. You know, it's just things don't work the way they used to and hold up the way
Right.
they used to. So
And
you got
I
to
don't
keep that
know
shit in
much
mind.
about like the body and how it reacts to like steroids and whatnot.
I have no idea.
And this is also just allegations, but like if you look at pictures of him after he broke his leg, he like he had to have gotten onto something because he got fucking enormous. Like
Maybe
he did not look like the same guy. Like he looked
really.
like fucking he was an absolute beast.
He could have taken
But
something to assist with the rehab that maybe made him like that.
well, that was the thing that people were. He definitely took something that helped him rehab. But now that he's off of it, does that weaken the rest of like because your muscles are now used to like
That
the
adrenaline or
benefits,
whatever, yeah.
like you're stronger now and
Yeah.
you're that old. And I wouldn't imagine when you're older like that, getting on something and then getting off of it.
Yeah,
And
because
so people are like,
it would wear you down.
28-year-old Conor probably could have threw that kick and been totally fine. 38-year-old Conor, though,
Different
after
story.
multiple, and it doesn't help, though, that this is now the third time that he's blown out that same ACL.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
So
good luck to him, I guess. The only thing I had sports-wise, did you see that Pat McAfee... So I always thought Pat McAfee was kind of douchey. Until you really you watched him play on the field as a punter for the Colts, and you hated him because he acted like he would fucking strut around and shit. The
yeah.
dude is awesome. This is all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
He's a great guy. Like, I love watching his show. So he signed a new deal with ESPN. Did you hear anything about this?
No.
He signed a new 9-figure deal with ESPN, and as a gift for everybody that works for him, do you know what they got?
No.
Backpacks filled with 250 grand each. You imagine just getting a backpack with 250 grand in it? I know what you're thinking, cheap ass.
When you say a 9-figure deal, was it 900 million or was it 100 million?
Probably 100 and something. I mean,
part of me is like,
they're not paying
oh,
anybody.
yeah, that's nice. But then I'm also like, damn, dude, like, I got a fucking backpack. Thanks.
Well, I think it's kind of funny how that works out, though.
I'd
I think
imagine
it's kind
half
of a
those
cool
guys.
thing.
I'd imagine half those guys probably make more than that.
They probably make nice bank, but it's
At least like the hosts, maybe not like production, like behind.
Yeah,
the scenes
yeah,
and
right.
whatnot. For those guys, they were probably like, "Oh, fuck yeah,
yeah." That would be so. All right, final question then: if somebody hands you a backpack with 250,000 in it, what would you do? What's the first thing you're buying?
What's the first thing I'm buying? With only $250,000, which is not a lot of money, by the way.
No. I'd gladly take it though.
Oh, if anyone wants to hand me $250,000, I'll post my fucking Venmo down in the description. I don't know. Like, is it boring just to say a house?
Yes, but no, because mine would be a beach house somewhere with really nice blue water.
I was gonna say maybe if it's not
even
like
a $250,000 or 250,000 probably wouldn't be enough.
No, right. I might do like a little like getaway spot rather than like the main house that I'm living in.
Gotcha.
Because obviously we just live in like the apartment right now.
Yeah,
but
maybe like a little.
I'd probably
camp or
do like a
something
little
that.
like giveaway spot.
Yeah,
Getaway
that'd be cool.
spot.
Perfect. All right, so that's it for the week. We're gonna do this again next week.
Yeah.
What's our fucking email? We have yet to receive an email, so if you guys want, shoot us a little love. We didn't talk about any fucking sponsors. I don't have a fucking gigantic fucking Home Depot thing behind me.
Yeah.
So what?
So
What's
I was
where can
finally
the-
able. I've been screwing up the email recently. I've been saying gmail.com. It's not Gmail. It's
Christ's sake.
Michael's After Hours at yahoo.com.
Oh, well, that's why we don't have any fucking any emails, because we've been giving out the wrong fucking email address.
Yeah.
So
That's the email. I was finally able to change the TikTok because I'm out of the
30-day
probation period
window.
or whatever. So everything on social media is Michael's After Hours. Just nothing special.
Sweet.
No fucking no zeros
no
or anything
zero
like that.
instead of an O.
Yeah, the only thing is that the Twitter is Michael's AH Pod, because you're only allowed to have like so many characters for the
Michael's
the name.
AHPOD.
After Hours. Yep, Michael's
Gotcha.
AH Pod.
All right then.
So,
Sounds good. Until next
alrighty.
time. Talk to you
Yep.
soon.
Peace.
Later.